Don't talk about Brazil.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to 1/6 Fix for our second ever Bargain Bin Bros live stream here. So, we will not be talking about heavy topics like that, but we've got a great panel today, and you'd never know who else might show up. So, really looking forward to talking about some bargains here with my bros. So, first off, we got Dean the Dream. Dean, how you doing today?
Good, man. Spent the morning playing Elden Ring, so I'm having fun.
Without me, man. I know I've been neglecting you. I've been a bad girlfriend
Dude,
on
like,
Elden
like
Ring.
2 months already.
I know, it's just it's trying to find the time to do it all, right? I mean, I could find the time, but it's hard. It's hard to balance. So,
I just hit 400 hours.
gee. Oh my gosh, that's incredible, man. Well, we'll get back on there soon, but yeah, thank you for joining this, and apologies for taking away from your Elden Ring time.
No, you're good.
And the madman himself, Joao, who I think just froze actually, which
Did
he
I?
might have been.
Did
There
I?
he
hear
No,
is.
I'm fine.
He's
I'm
back. This man doesn't sleep. Is in the middle of. Did you say a monsoon?
A typhoon.
A typhoon. There you go. Typhoon.
What's the
Nothing will
difference?
stop him.
Monsoon
Don't
is
ask me.
heavy rain, and typhoon is winds and rain.
Yeah, typhoon is wind and rain.
Okay.
Holy cow! Yeah. So if we lose him for a sec, then probably the typhoon had something to do with it. But yeah, no. Thank you for joining. How you doing today?
I'm fine. Sorry, I thought you will have like some intro. I didn't know you will go live directly. That's why I was talking.
No, I love so
You,
if you're
you,
new to our channel, we're very janky here, very low tech, and we just kind of roll with the punches. So
yeah,
no, I
but
love
at
that
least
intro.
the countdown.
Yeah, no countdown,
No,
no
that's fine.
intro. We just go right into it. So
No,
no, thank you.
everything's fine. I've been playing. You were talking about games. I've been playing Fallen Order. Uh,
Hey.
trying to finish it up, and today I wanted to check the new TV show, the follow-up from, no, actually it's the prequel from the Game of Thrones, the one that was just
Yeah.
Oh
released.
yeah, did you get to watch it?
No, I was like, when did I stop Game of Thrones? Season 5 or 6? Oh, screw it, I will start from the beginning. So I'm starting
Oh,
from season 1.
Oh, wow.
that's probably a good
Nice.
call,
It's
honestly.
worth.
There's
It's worth.
That's
It's a
such a
good
good
stuff.
show.
It's
yeah.
good stuff. Yeah.
And I've got that Game of Thrones fever too, where I think I'll probably try to rewatch the series as well. With what time, I'm not sure, but yeah, it's such an
There's a
amazing.
there's a channel on YouTube. I'll remember the name in a minute, but he edits the videos if you want to follow one specific character's story.
Oh wow, okay.
So, like, if you like Jon Snow, you could watch all of Jon Snow's scenes, like in like the proper timeline, or like Tyrion season 4, and that's all the scenes that he's in. So they're like 2-3 hour videos on YouTube, and bro, I'll just binge that because there's some shit like I don't really care about any of this. I just want to get into the meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I rewatch Game of Thrones like that all the time. It's so good.
I wasn't even aware of that, but yeah, that'd be a good way to
Yeah.
kind of. I don't know. I'm very OCD about things though. Like I need to start from the beginning and
Oh,
have
okay.
every little bit of information and analyze everything. But so Joao, are you gonna wait until after you watch Game of Thrones again to go back to the House of Dragon, or are you gonna kind of watch them parallel?
Only makes sense. I will watch again the Game of Thrones. Now you only have one episode, right? From the House of Dragons.
Yeah,
Or
Yeah,
it's
the
only
it's
next
one
one
so
all.
comes
far.
out Sunday.
Yeah, so I have time. I have plenty of time. I was I was checking. Game of Thrones is 70 hours or so.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah. The
Is
time
that it? It sounds like it feels
yeah.
like it would be more than 70 hours, but
No, I checked was 70 hours.
okay. Hey, that's doable. You could do that in a weekend for sure. Knock it out.
I
I
can.
You don't sleep, so
right before
You are not wrong.
season 7 started, I binge watched seasons 1 through 5 or 1 through 6 in a week.
oh my gosh, that's
Bro, it was a lot of fucking show, bro. But it was like the best week of my life, I swear to God. It was I don't even know, like, I wasn't going to work that week. I don't know what happened, but literally I would wake up, start Game of Thrones, and then I'd go to bed like literally watching it all day, and then I'd wake up and start Game of Thrones. I think I took one day off because I was missing season 4, and so like that day I went to go get it, and then like
What
the
do you
next
mean?
day,
Went to go get it? Like you went to go get the DVD, basically?
yeah,
Or the
my
Blu-ray?
grandma had them,
Oh, I see. Okay.
and yeah, and like that was like on a Wednesday, and like Thursday I watched the entire season in a day.
Oh my god.
Dude, it was
a
a
day.
ton of work.
You could do it with that show though. It's like that. Like you just
Yeah.
get so engrossed with
Oh,
everything.
bro,
So-
it's such a shame that season 8 ended the way it did because that show was so brilliant. It really is some of the greatest television ever.
And the problem with season 8 is not even that it's bad. It's just that it was rushed, right? It's just like
So
they wanted
rushed.
to wrap it up to go work on Star Wars, so they just condensed all this shit and
Yeah,
should've
it's
never
like, bro,
done it.
you needed at least another 2 or 3 episodes to explain like Daenerys's kind of how she ends up. Because it was just like, what? That makes 0 sense. Like, what the fuck is this? And then,
Yeah.
you know, I could live with just about everything except the whole brand thing. I don't like it.
Spoilers, bro. Spoilers.
I didn't say. I just said brand. I didn't say.
Yeah,
what
yeah, no, I agree. That was pretty trash. But let me check in with the chat here, and then we'll start talking some figures, since I know that's what everyone came here to listen to.
Yeah,
So we've got Insane One. Oh, you know who else? Look who else we have. We've got Tanis himself. Shane, what's going on, brother? How are you?
Hey,
Hey,
How's it going, man?
How are
I'm so
you?
sorry. Hi, Dean. Hi, Job. And
Oh man,
Marco, how are you?
doing well. Thank you. I love giving you shit about your accent because I'm actually jealous. Like I truly love your accent. But
who isn't?
That's okay.
so we've also got Riley here in the house. Riley, what's going on? Let's get it. That's right. We got Brandon Salad, BBB gang. Yeah, that's right. Thank you for joining. We got,
Gang,
is
bang.
it Tully or Tully? Does anyone have clarification?
Tully.
I think it's Tootie.
Tully, okay. On my lunch break at work, thank you for joining. Appreciate that. It's raining like hell in H-Town. Where's H-Town? Anyways,
Hangtown.
no, it's Houston.
Houston.
I mean,
Oh,
that's
gotta.
H Town is. That's what we call it here in Texas. So I'm assuming it's Houston.
I should know that from like '90s hip hop. I feel like there was a lot of H-Town.
Isn't there
anomalies.
a city there called Hangtown? Hang Hang
In the Old
Hangtown.
West?
Hold
I think
I've
there
never
is, but
heard
I don't
of
know
Hangtown.
where it is located. We've got.
I know my
let's see.
geography.
You do probably
check.
better than us. The thing about Americans is every other country is so much smarter than us in pretty much every category. So
You even don't know
hate to see it.
Portugal is a country.
Let's see. Hi,
There's no
Gigi's in the
Hangtown,
house.
Texas.
There is not. All right.
I see like Hangtown in like California.
Okay, forget it.
You
It's
do
my
that
fault.
silent research, Dean, while I continue.
No,
to
it's,
do
it's
it.
Yeah,
my
sorry.
fault. It's my fault. Sorry, it's my fault.
You guys are good. Like I said, we just roll with the punches here. Whatever happens. Whoever shows up, shows up. So let's see. We got Gigi in the house. Hey everyone. Only here for a second, so I don't crap Marco style. I hate all of these. That's all. Yeah. Well.
All of
And I
these,
am
what,
getting a call from
hosts?
work. Getting a call from work here, so I might have to jump off in a second and have you guys chat about some stuff. But let's see, we got Oliver Pilgrim in here, the legend Oliver Pilgrim. Thank you for joining, appreciate that. Another legend here in the house, Bob Dylan. Let's make a deal. That's right, Bob Dylan. Thank you for hopping on in here. Let's see,
What's
Riley
the deal?
reviews. Was Dean raging in Elden Ring?
I actually don't rage in Elden Ring.
What is raging in Elden Ring?
Bro, that's like when you like raging in a game, like when you die and you're like, son of a bitch. And you're,
Oh
like,
yeah.
pounding your desk. I was watching rage reactions literally right after that though, because I was like, I was trying to beat this boss. It took me like 30 minutes. And I was like watching videos on people trying to beat him and they were like raging. It was hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
I don't get like that.
Yeah, you know, you're pretty even when it comes to these things. You're just very methodical. So, man, we just got all the legends in the house today. Doc Smizzle, what's going on? Thank you for hopping in here. Another one, Absolute Irwin. Sup, everyone? Are we missing one of the bargain bin bros? Everyone is a bargain bin bro, honestly. So we are missing Ben Thomas today, though. So he's working like a upstanding citizen. But maybe he'll jump in at some point. We'll see. We shall see. My gosh. Okay, where are we at? We got Tyria in here as well. Thank you for hopping in here. Let's see, we got Equan. Dang, just got out of surgery. I envy y'all. Equan, what a madman.
Jesus.
All right, just got out of surgery. Hopefully it went well.
Hope you are okay.
Yeah, hopefully the person. I think so. Tyria is saying, "Speedy recovery. Take care of yourself." I think he was performing the surgery, but we would like some clarification.
He was
And
performing.
Yeah, he's the doc.
so
He's the doc.
That's fine.
A live stream ain't a live stream without King Dingaling. King Dingaling, let's go.
King Dingaling, King Dingaling.
Whoa, Marco. He's just gone.
You are the host now.
Yeah, it's up to me, guys. I don't have any controls on the show. I don't have the StreamYard. Where did he go? Oh, here he goes.
Wow,
There
that was
he's there, he's
abrupt.
back.
Just all of a sudden, everything just shut off. So, oh my goodness. All right, well, let's see. We've got Ben, the attention-seeking geek. Evening, gents. Hope y'all doing well. Hey, Ben, thank you for hopping on here. If you have not watched either the stream that Shane was on with Ben yesterday, where he was maybe a mime or a clown, I'm not sure, or the day before that when on his channel where he was She-Hulk. He's a beautiful woman, honestly. I couldn't get my eyes off of him. Really, Ben always outdoes himself when it comes with to the cosplay. So, Ben, thank you for joining. We've got Mario in the house as well. Mario, thank you for hopping on, brother. I sent you the link as well. I know you're working, but if you want to jump on in here, get on in here. Calvin Williams II, what's going on? Thank you for joining. Wow, we got a packed house here. Jose Hernandez, what's going on, Jose? Let's see if there's anyone else that I missed here.
He just
S-Beam.
snuck in.
Okay, where's S-Beam at?
Near the bottom.
Okay, since my stuff is glitching out here. Oh, there he is. S-Beam, what's going on, S-Beam? I have to say, S-Beam is one of my favorite YouTubers. The content he does is just so unique and just like relaxing. He's got this ASMR voice and just vibe to him, so I could watch that stuff all day long. So yeah, let's get into a little bit of figure talk. We're gonna try to not repeat all the ground that everyone's already repeated, but just want to get everyone's take on this InArt Batman again. I know we've kind of talked this to death, but Joao, have you heard of this one that dropped? I don't know if you've seen it anywhere,
Not yet. I have not yet.
Joao, what do you hate more, talking about the InArt Batman or like a Banta? Be honest, come on.
At this moment, probably Batman.
So really quickly, I just want to gauge everyone's temperature because I know I've got I think 2 non-believers and then Joao and myself who are, stoked off of this release, or at least enough to invest some money into it. And then I want to ask about the Bruce Wayne to see if there's potential that is a bargain bin candidate at all. So let's first share this really quick. Boom, boom. Give me a second and hope everything doesn't.
Being candidate.
Yeah, we gotta try to have
Peg
that.
warmer.
Yeah, peg warmer. There you go. Let's see. Boom. Here. All right. So these are the latest photos that InArt dropped. I did see John on, I think it was 6 Scale Mafia's channel, kind of mentioning that, their approval process is intense. And so that's the reason why they didn't release these pictures first. But I feel like this last kind of tranche of images they dropped was by far the best. Like this one right here. Come on. If someone sees this and isn't sold on this Batman, then I don't know what to do for you, honestly. So that is if you enjoyed the film, if you think you want this representation in your collection. But Dean, I'm going to start with you, knowing that you are not a Batman guy. I know you've gotten a little bit warmer, and we've talked about this a bit on CW last night, but where are you feeling with this, and is there any potential you might add one of these SKUs to the collection?
If I was gonna add Batman or Bruce Wayne from InArt, I'd probably actually go Bruce Wayne.
That is a hot take right there.
Yeah.
You're a strange individual, Dean.
You go with the civilian.
Dean is not right in the head. We got to establish
Well,
that.
let me explain. Hold on. I don't think that the Batman is exponentially better unless you're buying the rooted hair. I don't think the base version of this is that much better than a Hot Toys.
Okay.
And Batman's not so important to me that I need the best version of it. So I'd be fine with the Hot Toys Batman. The Bruce Wayne, however, no one else except maybe like one third party company has made it a Bruce Wayne. So I feel like that would be, if I needed a Bruce Wayne, I would get the Bruce Wayne. But that's where I sit on this. Like, I don't hate it. Like, obviously, it looks amazing. I just think the Hot Toys looks pretty comparable.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. That's an interesting take, but we'll allow it here.
It's very weird. I agree.
Most of your takes are, but I appreciate having that diversity of thought. So, Joao, all right, we've talked this to death. You said you're going all in here. Any changes in that? Have you already kind of purchased your all in collection, basically?
Yes, the pre-order is done for that all-in. And what scares me a bit now, it's yesterday when we were talking about that the bat signal, the size, the InArt one is huge. And space-wise, that will require a lot of it will require a lot of space, that bat signal. Because I was comparing with the one I have from the Dark Knight, the one that Hot Toys is, and it's not that, it's big already, but not that big. This one is huge. But yeah, I'm betting more. It's not that I was always very vocal about this Batman. I didn't enjoy that much the movie, but I'm betting more on the brand, and I think they will
On the
deliver.
InArt brand or on the
Yeah,
Batman?
on the brand, on the InArt brand, because I pre-ordered all figures until now. So it's like I'm betting on InArt. And yeah, I hope they will give us a. I think it will be better than the Hot Toys. Not much pose wise, as everyone already said, and even John on Anthony. He kind of hint a bit of that about articulation. He doesn't know much, but seems will not be as articulated as the Hot Toys one. But yeah, I'm going with the InArt one. And other thing is, when you ask about bargain bin, I don't think InArt at this moment is in a position that they can produce so much quantity that will reach like overstock that will be for months and months and months. Now the bargain bin can happen if the customers are not happy with the final product and they won't get rid of that and they start to sell it cheap.
Yeah, I guess
Maybe.
that's the fear, is if it didn't come out as strong as the prototype,
Yeah.
then we might see them. So, that was kind of my suspicion as well, that these are made to order, that there likely won't be much stock when they finally release. But I'm just kind of worried about the Bruce Wayne might not being that popular, and maybe them actually producing a number that would sit. But you make a really valid point that they're not going to make so many because they're still ramping up their production at this time. Sorry, I thought you were going to say something else after that, but
I will not say anything more.
Perfect. All right, Shane, you've already said you're going to pass on this one. Just want to know, Are you holding strong on that line, or have you seen anything of these new pictures to convince you that maybe you should add one?
Well, I've no interest in the Bruce Wayne, surprise, civilian characters, and it's not my Bruce Wayne either. Could you, click that photo. That's the rooted hair, isn't it? Yeah, it is, yeah. Hold that one up there for a second. I want to come back to that. I totally agree with Dean. I don't think there's that much, it's not that much better than the Hot Toys. I do think it's better. If you look at this photo here, I do think that the head sculpts are both good from the Hot Toys. From this, I know you're comparing rooted to a sculpted, but this looks like a photo. I know it's a prototype, but it looks like a photo. So I do think the trump card going for InArt is the sculpt on the rooted hair version with the bat suit. So if I was to get any of these, it would be this one here. no interest in the Bruce Waynes. Um, and the bat signal I'm getting with the Hot Toys one. I know that they'll be different. They say people are saying the InArt one is weathered up, and I'm a sucker for weathering and battle damage and all that kind of stuff. Joe was saying it's going to be bigger. Maybe it is better, but like at the end of the day, it's a bat signal. So yeah, if
I
I was to
didn't
get
say
anyone,
better. I say bigger.
yeah,
I didn't
you
say
did say
better. I
you
say
did say,
bigger.
but I'm also saying from what I've seen, like it does look more weathered up. However, the bat signal in the Hot Toys photos are very like black and red and dark, and it's hard to see. It is weathered, but it's hard to see how weathered up it is. Whereas the InArt one's just like, it's better lit. You can see all the details. So the only thing, like, if I had to get one thing, it would be that one there with the rooted hair and the bat, because it does look pretty impressive. It is that one photo is, if you shot the exact same photo with the Hot Toys, I do think it's stronger. But kind of like what Dean said, it's like I don't think it justify the extra few dollars. And people say it's only a few dollars, but yeah, it's just each to their own. If I love the film more, then maybe. But that does look like a photo.
I
I
don't.
like. I'm not going to completely rule it out, but I don't think I will. I think if I was to get one thing, it would be just this rooted one. But I just can't see it happen, to be honest.
It's hard to justify $500 on something you don't love either.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say I don't think it is just a few dollars difference because wasn't Ben talking about being able to afford the Hot Toys with the bat signal, like the DX, and it was like less than.
No, you're right. Yeah, the rooted one's like, is it 500 or something on its own?
520, 520, I think.
Yeah, so it is a significant difference. You're absolutely
Yeah.
right. Yeah, but and as well as this, like it's like, okay, with the Joker, he doesn't have a mask. You know what I mean? It's his head
Right.
sculpt has to be good
Just
because you're not
got
going to put a
the one.
mask on him ever. You know what I mean? And if it's rooted hair, he's got long rooted hair. You're always going to display him like that. You're not going to smack his mask on because he doesn't have one. But with the Batman, you're basically buying it to display that head sculpt. When Batman, 90% of the time has the cowl on, so
That's
that's a
kind
big
of why
ask
the
to.
the
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne kind of like
I
drew
know,
me
yeah, I'm with you.
more.
Yeah, so yeah,
Yeah.
actually, yeah, I now completely see where you're getting. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so we're getting a question here from the chat. Well said, Shane. And so you haven't completely ruled it out, but you are leaning very heavily to no because of, you're not loving it.
Yeah, I see you're doing your work on me, man. But look, it's yeah,
I'm not trying to pull
like,
O'Reilly here. I'm just, trying to prod at how much of a percentage
This
there
is
is that you would
gotcha
end up with one.
journalism.
yeah. You see, what it is as well is, I'm a sucker for like screen accuracy and hyper real. Like, so if you whether you can, if you just take the sculpts, which one looks more of a photo? I do think it's the InArt one. Like, and it will be good. And like, in terms of posing, like I think there's three types. There's like one person doesn't pose just out of the box, straight up and down. Then there's like in the middle character pose, maybe a little dynamic, and then there's like, posing with Peter. So I'm kind of in the middle. Like, I like to pose in figures, character pose, a natural looking pose. I'm not going to go insane though.
Yeah.
So this type of figure with some subtle tweaks and make it look natural, I think it would look great in the shelf, and it would look very real in the shelf. So that's what draws me in. But I still don't think I'm going to do it. But don't worry, if I do, you would be the first person to know, Marco.
Please have me be the second person. Let Megan know first, and then I will be the second to know. But
I don't got no tax, man. My household is tax free.
That's true. You're a free man. You're a free man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So definitely a possibility. Obviously, the window is much longer here, so I really appreciate them both doing that and breaking up these releases into separate SKUs, so you actually could add a rooted Batman and not have to get the Bruce Wayne. Like, that is appreciated and not have to spend $1,100. I think they would have gotten a lot of pushback on that, especially because of how weak this Bruce Wayne character was in the movie, or just different from other iterations of Wayne we've gotten. So kudos to InArt for doing that. Okay, so let's address a few questions here in the chat. We've got Dion asking, anyone know where to buy the InArt Joker besides Toys Wonderland and CS? I'm not familiar with Comic Sanctorum, maybe, because I have FOMO. Joao might know if there's any overseas retailers that would still have that in stock. I'm assuming he means the rooted 2-pack.
I think 1/6 Kids still have it. I think the 1/6 Kids still have it open for pre-order.
Okay, let me do a little research here. Well, Is there anywhere else that we might recommend?
I
I
think
know.
TNS figures also. If you know TNS from Hong Kong.
I think they're gone
Oh
because
no,
someone
160.
commented on my
No.
video asking where to find it, Joe. And I heard someone say that they were still available on TNS, and I said maybe try TNS, and they got back to me and said that they were gone.
So 16 hit is also gone.
And it starts.
So you see, it
Yeah.
starts. Now
Yeah,
it starts.
now it starts.
Now you're gonna have
And
to
I
pay
think-
double.
I think another one that I checked recently that had it in stock for a while is Spec Fiction. I think they're sold out as well, the Rooted. But you know, I think we were speculating on the last stream that because of the high price tag, people may not, ante up when the time comes, regardless of how good it looks. So I would say probably nothing currently. I mean, shop around, but it seems like most of the retailers we'd go to are sold out. But when the figure actually releases, you might see some stock pop up from those who just cancel and just eat their NRD and just say, I'm not going to spend $1,100 on this pack.
Bro, that's how I got my Game Toys Cloud, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, with the hype of this Joker, because those people to pay the invoices, I'm sure they can wait to see the first photos. If the Joker is really good, even if you don't want, I would pay the invoice and then just try to sell it.
Absolutely, but something that you can't discredit is we are either in a recession or headed towards a recession, likely, right? So by the time this bad boy releases, or maybe around Christmas, maybe early next year, folks might be in a very different financial situation than they were, and ideally you would just buy it, but perhaps someone might not have the bandwidth to do so and just has to kind of let it go.
Okay. If anyone in the chat is thinking of giving up the pre-order, message me. I'll take it.
There you go. This guy's going to end up with all the Jokers here.
I take all the pre-orders.
No, but you're right. That's and now I am feeling, and not to rub it in Dion, but I am feeling good that I finally, decided to order that Rooted 2-pack. Although it kept me up a few nights, I think ultimately it was tough to pass up on because I'm such a big Dark Knight and Heath Ledger fan, like all of us, including Dean are. Dean's probably the biggest Dark Knight fan here, so.
I know, Dean. Dean, you don't like the Heath Ledger Joker, right?
I don't like the
Dark Knight.
the trilogy. Yeah.
But you do that. You do like to do the Bane impersonate the voice because your Bane voice is amazing.
It
Is it? I don't remember it being that good, but I wanted to give a quick shout out to Riley for my Parks and Rec reference. He got it with the Gotcha Girls.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry that I missed that one. I love Parks and Rec too, but
That's okay.
totally blew it. Let's see. So Doc Smizzle was saying he's also betting on the InArt brand. He got them all on order, but Pennywise. Aragorn is next, hopefully. So, yeah, oh my gosh. I think with the DC-specific stuff, I might have to go pretty deep on the InArt. If they are significantly better. I love this DX19, but I can definitely see areas where it could be improved. So,
And they are doing Harley Quinn.
Are they?
Yeah. John told on Anthony's stream they are doing Harley Quinn.
it makes sense, honestly.
Bro, as much as I don't like Christian Bale's Batman, I would really love to see them knock out that suit. The DX19. Because that figure recently got the 2.0 or reissue, whatever you want to call it. And it's improved, but not so significantly that like I felt it warranted like another issue. So I would really like to see those go toe to toe because that would be crispy content, bro.
No doubt about it. Okay, so Dion's also saying he might have to take, or they may have to take the risk and get it off Toys of Wonderland or Comics Sanctorum. Shane, your sponsor. Okay, I need to not
saying. But why do they always say Toys of Wonderland or Comics Sanctorum if they are the same?
I guess so. Let's just say Toys Wonderland for this.
Are they the same?
Of course, they say they are the same ones.
Literally the same company. So Shane,
I
you're
didn't know
you're the
that.
resident Toys Wonderland expert. How would you advise Dion? And number one, I would say go to Shane's channel, watch all the Toys Wonderland stuff he has because he kind of chronicles his experience. But when taking a risk on this InArt Joker, we already know the friction between InArt and Toys Wonderland. Is this something that you may advise or at least give advice on how to go about it?
I have never told anyone to buy from them or not to buy from them, and despite the recent events, I'm not going to start now, Marco. So, Dion, I would watch my last stream called Phone Call, and I would watch the one where the thumbnail has me wearing a mask. It has a big red nope, and make up your own mind.
There you go. Boom. Well said, Shane.
Although,
You just receive a trooper. Oh,
Funnily
DX19
enough-
is here.
funnily enough, today a DX19 arrived.
Wow,
That was
it's
very, very fast.
In the
That's
words
weird.
of Zach, it's funny how nature do that.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, interesting.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
It just came to me now.
Just
That's really interesting how that worked. But hopefully you put them on notice, and thank you for all your work to kind of light a fire under them. Hopefully, because I know
I
they're
don't think
hearing
it's
lot
going to
from the
make a bit of
community.
difference, to be honest.
We shall see. But yeah, Dion, do so at your own risk, obviously. And I think what I would recommend, wait until actual release, and you may see some pop up. You'd have to be Johnny on the spot, though, right? Like just like trying to get a PS5.
Bro,
No, but I think, yeah, Dean, go on.
I was gonna say, if you're spending that kind of money, I would wait until the last possible second, because at least with PayPal, they only give you so long to get your money back if you get fucking hosed.
Yeah.
But if you do it now, and it doesn't come out for another 7-8 months, like you're hosed. You know,
But that's the thing, is
yeah.
we all know Toys Wonderland. Once the figure is out, reviews come popping in, everyone is excited, and that price
You're not wrong.
will go double.
That's a good point. That's a really
not
good
wrong.
point. Yeah, I guess
But
I
They
kind
will not keep the price they have
I-
now.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe wait like a month before like you think it's probably gonna come out. Like in December or November, January, but doing it now is risky.
And if you really are going to take the risk, I would say put it on a credit card, which you're going to pay off right away, and make sure that NRD is small enough that if you had to eat it, it's not going to bankrupt you. So if that's really the calculated gamble you want to take, make sure that you're protecting yourself as much as possible. Let's
Marco,
see.
check LWO chat.
All right, LWO chat. Give me
It's the
1 second.
second time I see this message today. Mario is always asking people to go to the LWO chat.
Let's see. Boom. Da, 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 da. Oh, so he's saying the all-in set. I think someone was asking for the Joker, and Mario was sending over the Batman all-in set. So I think that was it, Mario. But no, thank you for that. Looks like Lion Rock Toys doesn't have the listing as well. So yeah, looks like the options to get the InArt Joker at this point are pretty slim. But yeah, if you're going to do it again, protect yourself and make sure that you're not going with someone that you don't trust fully and giving them all of your money. That would be foolish in my opinion. Let's see. With student loan forgiveness, I'm going to celebrate by buying more InArt. There you go, Doc Smizzle. I like that. Really, really savvy thing to do. It's an investment for sure. Let's see. Insane One's saying, I'm insane. So if you don't like and subscribe to this awesome panel, N16Fix, you haven't already. If you haven't already, thank you for that shout out. Really appreciate that. Subscribe to everyone here. Leave a like on this stream. We got no shortage of InArt talk and plenty more Hot Toys talk on the way. Let's see. All good, guys. Appreciate the help. Yeah, sorry, Dion, that we couldn't be more help, but we'll definitely keep a lookout for you. Let's see. 16 focus 34 here. Please slap that like on the stream. Oh, really appreciate that. Yeah, let's do that. Tremble Dust. I'd still be cautious with InArts. I still haven't gotten any of their figures in hand, but take the gamble, see how it pans out. I'm in on InArt's Joker. Yeah, it's definitely a calculated gamble here. Joao, you're going all in. So what's kind of your calculus in thinking like, I got to be at the ground floor with this company before it takes off?
Can you repeat the question? I didn't
You're
listen. You were
you're
lagging
getting
to me.
Oh, sorry about that. You're getting all of the releases so far that InArt has announced or put up for pre-order. So what's kind of your calculus to ensure that why are you doing that basically?
Well, Joker because I need a Joker. It's simple. Joker because I need a Joker, right? I don't have the DX11. The one I had was the first one Viper did before, long ago. Gandalf because I did have the Asmus one, the Gandalf, and I didn't like the way the hat sitting on his head and the sunken eyes. Pennywise, I do have Pennywise from Hot Toys, and I won't check the InArt one. Only this Batman is the only one that I didn't like the movie much, but I want to check how it comes out. And then that's other thing. The price that I pay, it's different than the price you guys pay because I don't need to pay shipping. I don't need to pay anything of that. For example, the Joker was not as cheap as Shane one, but I think I got it for a very good price. So it's also related with that, with the price. And because, I don't need to pay shipping, and I'm confident that they will give us a good quality, and I want these kind of figures in my collection. I think they will fit well from a new brand with some innovation into them and more accuracy to the source material. I will not stay with two Pennywises. Maybe in the end I will sell my Hot Toys one and keep only the InArt one. So that's about it. Just to answer one question from Tremble Dust, he was asking about the release of the Joker. Actually, John also talked about this yesterday. He was saying that I cannot be sure if it was September, end of September or October, but he was saying that he always mentioned this even on Collecting Weekly, that is a small first batch. He is very cautious with his words. He never said it will be the first shipment out in September. I think it's a small first batch. They are going to send out. It will be like testers for them to check how is the Joker, how does it feel, any problem that they can still fix in the mass production. I think the bigger shipment will be maybe December, January, is when the bigger shipments will start to go out. I would consider it like this, because John already said that they need to fulfill the pre-orders then directly to them on their website first.
That makes sense. Is that normally what they do with their statues as well?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
The website orders always get they are the pounds.
There you go. So Pedro, thank you for joining. Saying I'm looking forward to seeing the InArt's BVS Batman. I believe, Joel, correct me if I'm wrong. Did they say Justice League or did they say BVS?
They didn't. I think they didn't specify.
Okay.
And same for the Superman. They also say they are going to do a Superman, but they didn't specify from which. If it's Snyder Cut, if he's a Man of Steel, I don't know which version.
I think they said it was the black suit Superman.
Okay.
I think they did.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, that'd be an interesting lane to go down. But honestly, yeah, they could crush that. This is really the scary part: is going too far down Hot Toys DC lines, and knowing that InArt has the potential to really
Riley
crush
saying
these releases.
It's Justice League, so it's a Justice League one.
Okay, let's see.
But there are many questions about this InArt, because when there was something I would like to know, for example, about DeLorean Back to the Future, but John, he doesn't say much. The DeLorean he said is still on the plan, but it's not sure. He said, it's not a 100% yes. It's like a yes. We have the plan. Should use a lot the word should. And I understand his position, but we would like no. Would we have Back to the Future figures, or is only the DeLorean? But
yeah, you're right. There's way too many unknowns Go ahead, Shane. You were gonna go in
Oh no,
on something.
no, I wasn't. No.
Okay.
I'm listening. I'm just listening.
All right. I thought you were ready to unload there, but okay. So
No,
let's.
well, there was just kind of like, yeah, I agree with Joe, and like, I do like that the company's talking to us, but now when they have him on, I tend to not watch the stream because it's kind of the same over and over and over again. I'll just be honest about it. Like, it's kind of no disrespect to the guy. It's great that like we have a company now where someone's talking, and a lot of time he just seems like I'd say he's in a rock and a hard place because he can't give us the answers we want, but we don't know. Like when he goes back to talk to the people who are making the stuff and the teams, they're probably not telling him either, maybe, which is a bit of a failure on their part to say, look, to give him all the information and equip him to answer all our questions. Do you know what I mean? Like it's impossible to answer all our questions. But you know what I mean?
When you have time, you can check Bob Dylan comment. I think that one is something that we really should talk about because it's kind of important.
All right. So it says Bob Dylan saying, based on what John said about after scale care
Sale.
and what after sale care, excuse me, is reading. I went to a public school here, so reading's not my strong suit. And what I'm hearing from other resellers, I would be very wary about where I pre-order this from. Don't expect a lot of support for QC issues. Okay, can you go a bit more in depth on this? Anyone who might be versed on this topic?
I watched that.
You
Go
watch?
on.
No,
Yeah, go on, Joe.
I will just tell you about my own experience because I had own experience with Queen Studios about this, about the bank robber mask, the proper replica, because I bought from them and they were fast to contact me and tell me that the product was not good. They will send me a replacement, or if I want a refund. Everything good, perfect customer service, amazing. I never saw a company like this. In the video I did on YouTube, there are so many people messaged me. They bought through resellers. They were never informed there was a replacement. So that's the issue, is that sometimes these resellers, they don't have very close contact with the company itself. They just buy from other distributor that buy from other distributor, and it's a bit difficult. So I think I understand John's answer, because as the company, because if you are buying, let's say, from Hong Kong store, doesn't matter which one, and your Joker arrived defective, right? It's like John said, you cannot contact Queen Studios. They cannot solve your problem. You need to contact the store where you bought. The store will contact Queen Studios, and then they will follow the procedure, right? So must be. That's why I think Bob Dylan is saying that should be a store that you really trust, that you know that they will help you out and that will not let you burn, because
Yep.
you don't want to stay with a two-pack Joker, for example, with a head with some problem in the paint or something like that, and you want it replaced, and then it's a trouble. But
It makes sense. It makes sense because you didn't make the deal directly with Queen Studios. You made the deal with the retailer, so it's kind of up to the retailer to go, okay, sorry, that one's fault. Yeah, no problem. We'll sort that, and Queen Studios should replace theirs because they made their deal with Queen Studios. But that's going to take time. And will the retailer, reseller, distributor, whatever, will they actually, humor that? Depending who you buy it with, I presume.
Yeah, that's a big problem with Prime 1 statues.
mhm.
When you order them like through Sideshow, if there's a problem with the statues, Sideshow's like, we'll give you like some store credit.
Oh,
And it's like, well, I fucking paid almost $2,000 for this statue. Like, I want it fixed. They're like, well, you didn't buy it, or you bought it from us, but we didn't make it. And then they're like, well, contact Prime 1. So you contact Prime 1, and Prime 1's like, well, you didn't buy it from us. You bought it from Sideshow. Like, it's this
see.
constant back and
Yeah.
forth. And they got into like a huge kind of tiff between the two of them about like a year or so ago. And yeah, it's a huge fucking nightmare. So it's kind of, so when I ordered my Prime 1, my Punchline statue, I ordered it directly from Prime 1. Shipping will probably be a little bit more, but if I have any problems, I know I could just contact them directly and not fucking have to deal with 1,000 different emails. So that is something you have to consider when ordering something, especially high value.
Yeah, but for example, for Sideshow, let's talk about Hot Toys. When I hear some people that have problems, and actually Sideshow have replacement parts to send to customers.
For
For
figures,
example,
maybe.
yeah, if for figures, if it's a head, they will send you a new head, or they will send you a new body, or something like that. I don't know if InArt will work with something like this for their official distributors, that maybe they will give supply parts.
Yeah, extra. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I'm like, yeah, but Sideshow's like the official distributor. But yeah, I don't know who it is. Who's in our official suppliers? Because they're only in the
But
Asian
that's the
market, right?
problem, because the license is only for Asia. They
Yeah,
cannot have official distributors or suppliers overseas,
yeah.
because their license is only for China market.
If
I
you're
mean,
out of Asia, you're buying it from a reseller, not a distributor. Then
right.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
guess. I
not an
guess
official one.
they're either gonna have like the most fucking understanding customer service on the planet, or they're gonna piss a lot of people off.
Yeah,
Because like
definitely. Because
something is bound to get messed up in shipping or be damaged. Like that's just something that happens. Whether you get the luck of the draw, right? So that'll be interesting to see. That'll be like uncharted territory, I guess.
especially the Joker with those dioramas they have the bars,
Yeah,
that big diorama, that thing with shipping. If it's quite possible some will arrive bent, or some
or
will arrive
yeah, broken,
broken.
or
Yeah,
even the rooted hair. I mean,
exactly.
that could come. I don't know. I don't know how it's like planted in there. If it's glued or if it's sometimes they're like tied on the inside. I don't know how they do it.
It's normal that in mass production we'll always have several pieces that will not arrive, that will not be in
Up
the
to
perfect
par.
condition, and
Yeah.
customers, I know for this Joker, most people, they want exactly as the prototype. Anything different, and they will claim a new one, or a new head, or anything like that. Are you okay, Marco?
I am, yeah. Sorry about that. Just had a work
No,
call
it's
to
fine.
handle. They have got some reporters calling for information, and I had to tell them.
But you still have ketchup in your mouth.
I do, right? I know
Oh,
that's
yeah,
it's not ketchup, just so you know. Let's see.
it's
Bob Dylan
blood.
is, and apologies if you already addressed this, but Bob Dylan was kind of
Not
listing
yet.
out some of the let's see, domestic retailers where you could get these, right? Spec Fiction, Collector's Arc, and Comic Concepts. Okay, so that's
Comic
really
Concept
interesting.
doesn't have InArt. InArt pieces, no. Comic
Oh, so he
Concepts.
said sorry. He meant Secret Compass, not Collector's Arc. So Secret Compass and Spec Fiction seem like those domestic retailers you can get these products from.
Spec Fiction is based on US, right?
Correct. Yeah, I think they're in California, honestly. So I almost went with the Joker with them, but he couldn't quote me the shipping price. He just said it should be very low, and I said I have no idea what should be very low means. I'm in California too. Can you just tell me, like, is it 20? Is it 80? And so I just ended up going with 1/6 kit because it was a set
I
price. So
wouldn't I wouldn't say it's low, because I can imagine the two pack, the box will be
it's gonna be
huge,
big, right? That's what I'm
because
thinking.
you
I'm
have
like
the
shipping costs
bench.
are going
You
up.
have the bench, the bench. You have one display, two figures, the dioramas, everything, and this die cast. There is metal. That will be huge. That box.
That's kind of what I was thinking. I was like, you know what?
Bigger
I don't.
bigger than those two packs from Hot Toys, for sure.
Yeah, yeah. So I was
For
like, at the end of
sure.
the day, I could end up paying way more, just going domestically, which was a bit scary. So let's see. Shiny Shiny, thank you for joining. Also, Commander Green, thank you for joining. I pre-ordered my Gandalf from Pop Collectibles, so if it arrived mess up, okay. There you go. So yeah, so Pop Collectibles, but that's another overseas person, right?
Pop Collective is Hong Kong. Hong
Yeah,
Hong
Kong.
Kong.
Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Comic Concepts, not official, but talk to Josh. Oh, okay. So I
Okay.
guess
Okay.
maybe there's potential there. Okay. Let's see. Doc Smizzle said Todd usually advertises free shipping on most products in the U.S. And so Todd is with
Spec Fiction, I
with
think.
Spec Fiction. Okay, for the InArt specifically for the Joker, it was not free shipping, at least not for me. So that was really a big deciding factor for me. Let's see. I used 1/6 kit because it gave me a total fixed price, and I heard good things. Exactly, 12-inch moose stream. That's the same thing that I ended up doing. Okay, let's take these last two.
Oh,
Go ahead, Dean. No, go for it. Go for it.
I was just gonna say 1/6 Kid has really good customer service. Every once in a while, I have to email him more than one time, but he's pretty prompt usually.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah, I had ordered something one time and it shipped, and it just never showed up. Like the tracking just like disappeared, and I was like, "Hey man, like, what the hell's going on?" He's like, "I have no idea," and like they didn't have any more, so he just gave me my money back. But
Okay, well that's
1/6 Kid is great.
that's good to know that he made it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so okay, I think we talked InArt to death again, but I think we provided a lot of good information for those who may not know where to buy from, and so I think final verdict, much like we're seeing with the Joker now, if you don't act within this window, it may be tough to secure, at a reasonable price. So never want anyone to FOMO buy, panic buy, and luckily they're giving you a lot of time to do your research. So continue to shop around for this Batman. And continue to do your homework, and hopefully you can find the lowest price. I went with 1/6 kit for the sculpted hair Batman, so I went with the lowest SKU possible. But I haven't rolled out, still buying an all-in pack as well. But I don't know that I need, I kind of break all my rules I talk about. I don't know that I need to go so deep on this line because they're making 2 other Batman this year, likely.
Yeah.
So,
That's a tough call.
It
I'm
is.
super bummed out I didn't get the Gandalf. But, like, with how shaky that, like, I mean, you were there, right? The hoops they had to jump through, I was like, I don't know. And then we still hadn't seen an actual prototype of the Joker. I was like, I'm not risking it. And now it's like, well, the Joker looks like it's going to be a fucking literal masterpiece. I'm like, fuck, I didn't get Gandalf.
They'll make another Gandalf, though, right? Like, you just have to assume so.
In like 10 years.
Who knows? Who knows how much this company will take off? But
Yeah.
all right, let's play a game now. Okay, so we're going to talk about some releases that other Joao, you're killing me with this. The other streams talk about, but let's at the end of the day determine the price where we would feel comfortable adding it to our collection. So maybe the price is $0. Maybe it's $100, but so we're going to pull up some pictures here. I'll kind of talk about the base price, and then we'll kick it over to overall thoughts on the figure, and then how much you would pay to add this guy to the collection. And this is because prices are falling everywhere, right? Like we're seeing so many good deals on aftermarket figures. And then also on, pre-owned figures, and then also figures that are brand new releases. So I think it's really a buyer's market right now, but you got to be careful how you navigate. So this Grand Inquisitor, which I personally think looks really cool, but seems like a bargain bin candidate. So Shane, all right, so tell us your impressions of the figure, and then how much you would spend to add this guy to the collection.
He did nothing in the show, only die. And I have no experience of the character like in Rebels or anything. Sorry. Just I'm getting a new chair because this thing is just not comfortable. Sorry. But it looks really good. Like I can't fault it. I think if $260 you have the head sculpt looks exactly like in the USB LED lightsaber. I thought the days of getting sculpts for $260 were gone. I thought $285 was the new norm.
It's true. It's like a trooper price now.
Yeah. So I got no issues with the figure, but I just don't want them in my collection. Like, so it was a question to be honest, like even if he was $50, I wouldn't pick him up, and that's not because he's a bad figure. It's like I just don't want him in my collection. I'd just be getting it for the sake of it. Do you know what I mean?
No,
So
that's a great consideration. I think that's
yeah, it's
really
just
well
like,
said. Like even if
yeah.
even if he was $50, you're like, I don't need him to take up space in my collection. I don't need
No,
him.
it's like I'd rather put the $50 into a new chair so my back doesn't ache. I'm old, man. But it looks great. It looks super. It's just not for me.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. All right, Joao. At what price point would you add this guy? We've obviously learned our lesson with the Moff Gideon, so I'm being a lot
Completely.
more cautious moving forward.
I would have in my collection for 120 if if they announce Riva and the fifth brother. I would like to have the three.
Okay, so only if.
Only if. I will never have these alone on my display. Doesn't make sense on my collection. I would have them the three Inquisitors together with Darth Vader in the front.
I like that. I do. And, I was saying yesterday on CW, I hope that with the new Jedi Fallen Order 2, and I forget the actual name,
Survivor.
there you go, Jedi Survivor, that they actually make some dang figures from that because we deserve some from the first game. So,
But is there any reason they never make from Fallen Order? Was licensing issues or what?
I haven't heard the speculation. I would just maybe assume that they went all in on other actual film properties and kind of neglected the video game. But they had so many cool designs. It was such a successful game. They should have given us something from it. So it seemed like a miscalculation on Hot Toys' part.
Yeah, but the three of them for 360, I will take them. The three pack 360, one
3-pack
120
360.
each. Yeah.
Okay, so then give the audience some insight. Do you think that that's realistic? Do you think you could actually get those for that price?
I'm not sure. I mean, this is from the Obi-Wan show. If I'm talking about the market here, I can see this Grand Inquisitor going down on price. It's happening with everything now because I thought, okay, maybe it's only Marvel, but the fact is everything. Star Wars is going down also. There is no figure is escaping the sewer at this moment. They are all going down. Moff Gideon, I told you how much today. I even forgot. It's 130, 140, 120. I don't know. Moff Gideon is 130, right? I told you today.
I think so. I think you said 130. Yeah, which
130 Moff
hurts.
Gideon.
That hurts.
It's something like that, right? Mark 5 is going down a lot too. Everything is going down, and I'm not seeing the market recovering so fast.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a buyer's market for sure. So it's a figure to wait. For me, at least, I will never pre-order this.
I think that's the only smart call, given what we know right now. And again, Hot Toys could change their batch sizes and make these more scarce. But if the market stays anywhere near where it's at right now, this bad boy is going to drop and pretty quickly after release. So, okay, Dean, how much would you add this guy to your collection for? How do you feel about him overall?
I think they nailed it. But that being said, it's awful. The only reason I would have this in my collection is because I like Star Wars Rebels. But it's not really the Rebels version, so I don't know, like $50. Like
Okay.
if I got it for free, I'd be like, oh cool. Like if I like someone got it for my birthday, I'd be like, oh cool, like a new Star Wars figure, awesome, right? But I would never go out of my way to buy this. If it was like I said, like $50, like somebody like just has it and they're like, take it. I'd be like, yeah, sure, why not? $50, like it's not gonna kill me. But anything higher than that, if it's 51, I'm walking.
You're walking.
I'm walking. Bro.
Oh man, some may say we're part of the problem here, but you know what? I just
Make
price is what
shit
you
out.
pay, value is what you get, right, Shane? What's the saying?
That's the one. That's the one. Yeah, that's the one.
Now, if you just make something I want, I'll pay almost anything. Right? Like,
It's true.
there's no like cash limit where I'm like, that's unreasonable. If you make something I fucking really want, I'll find a way to get it, right? my Game Toys Cloud, my 3-0 Guts, this fucking Boba Fett, like something, right? But it's like and this isn't Hot Toys' fault. It's Disney and Lucasfilm's fault. They're making shit I just don't want to add to my collection. I don't like these characters. They're not cool. They're not well executed. If you make cool fucking stories and characters, I'll fucking give you all my money. I want to give you my money. Bro, if they made a second sister from Fallen Order, I'd be all over that shit, bro. Or what's her name from Battlefront 2? Iden Verso?
Oh gosh,
Are you kidding me? I would fucking love that figure.
Heck yeah, agreed.
They didn't make it. I don't know why they didn't make it. That is Hot Toys' fault. Like, you're not making the shit that I want.
Yeah, go get that license. Come on.
Bro, please. I'm begging you.
Yeah. Shiny is saying they should make Knights of the Old Republic figures. I like that game better than any of the movies. Two things. First of all, extremely depressing. That game has been delayed to Lord knows when.
Yeah.
Darth Revan is a fucking money maker, bro. You make anything Darth Revan, that shit will fucking sell like funnel cake at a fucking fiesta, bro. Like,
oh, my funnel cake at a fiesta. Wow, I've never ever heard that one.
Well, down here, fiesta is like a big deal. The city shuts down for like 3 weeks, and funnel cake is like on every corner. So it's a big deal. Trust me, it sells. Yeah, bro, I completely agree. Shiny. Fucking Knights of the Old Republic, bro.
You know what
the game is, the new one's coming, or the remake is coming out, so maybe they will.
Eventually, maybe. Who knows? It's going to a new studio now.
That's true. Lucasfilm is probably going to be like, oh, they want this game? Let's fucking cancel it and make some shit they don't like.
That's right. Go ahead, Shane. What were you going to say?
Sorry, this is so off topic, but like I put up a really sarky, sassy Instagram post about an hour ago. I took a photo of the DX19, tagged Toys Wonderland in it, and said, "About time, Philip." And they reshared it. They do not get the humor. They basically reshared it on their own like profile, thinking I was like, "Yay, Philip, that was great."
They felt so happy. They just reshared without the.
That is so funny. It's like he's sweet now. No, Philip, I am not. But
there's no such thing as bad publicity, right? As bad press,
they're the 60s, 70s rock and roll stars of the Essex collecting world, man. That's hilarious.
Terrific. That's you got to frame that. Actually, I think you need to put that up in your collection room. That's terrific. So one thing I wanted to say about Knights of the Old Republic, watching the Game of Thrones House of Dragons, which we started on here, I was like, they should have started with Knights of the Old Republic. I know they're doing the Acolyte, but they should have started in that era. Like, get past all the other characters that we know, give us some original shit, and then kind of maybe sprinkle in, obviously, characters from the game. It would have been a way better decision than whatever direction they're going in now, because they are fumbling the ball so hard. Not everyone agree at once, but okay. Let's see. Bob Dylan is asking, how can we take advantage of these prices, Big Bretta? You're starting your own distribution, right?
Oh no, never! Don't ask me for figures. The Inside Show will come after me.
That's right.
Start getting cease and desist letters. Right. Like, what the fuck?
So I guess you could take advantage of those by living in mainland China, right? That's really the way to do it.
Yeah, because their prices are already much lower, obviously, because they're not imported and then taxed in the fucking oblivion. So I'm assuming, they're not only cheaper to begin with, but then people start selling them.
I wonder what else I can make them say. Our company is bad. I wonder will they share it? Like I'm going to do that later on just for fun to see if
whatever you type out, see what it comes up in with Google Translate, and then if it's ambiguous enough, then maybe they'll just go for it.
Be very careful.
That's right.
Moose Dream says they don't understand sarcasm via the translation.
Maybe it's a translation issue.
Yeah, really could be funny. So I guess I'll finish up on my thoughts with this guy. We'll move to the next one. I would probably take him around $100. Now, I don't think he'll ever drop that low. I think the lowest ship to me would probably be somewhere around 180. I think would be the floor, but I think the figure looks really cool. I like the design of the character a lot. Didn't love him in the show whatsoever, but I think if they release that Reva or Riva and to go alongside Darth Vader and like you were all mentioning other Inquisitors, he could look really cool. So I can't rule him out, but yeah, he's definitely not one that you want to pre-order or pay top dollar for. It just seems like that is not the way to go. So let's talk about one more figure here, and this guy.
The
I'm
bubble head.
let's see. Bubblehead, yeah, exactly. This one is rough. This might have been, since the Darth Maul from Clone Wars, might have been one of the worst Hot Toys releases I've seen. With the caveat that I think all Hot Toys look, they have redeeming qualities. A lot of them look good in a lot of respects, but I think with these where they design them to take the shirt off, they're doing way too much. Like pick one lane or the other because the way that you're doing these, just it's not working at all. So, Shane, I'm going to start with you again. What is your thought? What are your thoughts on this Cable? And is there any price in the world that you would add him to the collection?
I have him paid off, man.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I did not see your video on this. Oof.
I haven't done one yet. Oh God, where do I start on this? When I went to see this movie, like I was living in Abu Dhabi at the time,
10 years
and
ago.
yeah, yeah, and I spent like the whole day. I had this. I was studying at the time, and I spent the whole weekend just like writing this academic paper, which was just horrible. Like I'd rather like I'd rather do horrible things than do this. So when I more or less had it done, I was like, right, it's more or less done. You've done the hard work. I was like, I'm going to the cinema to see Deadpool 2 because I really like Deadpool 1. And I loved every bit of it. The action, the humor, the music, Brolin's portrayal. And I remember like texting some of my friends going, yeah, if you look up like as I know like amazing sequel or something, and I'd said like in the dictionary it should just say Deadpool 2 or something. I just thought it was a great sequel.
Underrated, I feel like, too.
Yeah, I think it's completely underrated. And then like I saw the Toys Era version, I thought it was really really good, and then this dropped, and at the time the Toys Era was like 600, which probably will return to 600 after this. I saw this the other day and I was thinking like, this guy just got like, a lot of times in my videos I say 99% of the time Hot Toys knock it out of the park, with those heads got blah blah blah, but every now and then you get like a Tony Stank or an Ant-Man. I actually think it's like 9 times out of 10 they're knocking out of the park, and for 1 in every 10 figures now we're getting a Clone Wars Maul, we're getting like a CW Flash, we're getting an Ant-Man, we're getting a Tony Stank, and like it is a bit concerning. Like I'm so torn over this because I really like the character, how he was portrayed. I know he's not like absolutely 7 foot tall, jacked like in the comics, but I really like his version. He's too skinny, the head's too big, the neck's too long, the joints are really unsightly, and I knew that he had a jointed right arm. That's fine, but like the left arm, which is like mechanical, is too skinny as well, and the joints even look bad on the mechanical one as
They
well.
did a terrible job of hiding it. Yeah.
This is the worst. This is the worst one. Like,
This photo is horrible.
yeah, so this is like kind of like maybe a slight step up for Marvel Legends, but not too much. So the only option I think, okay, I think I could cancel Sideshow because the NRD, it's been delayed and all that, so I will get my NRD back. And even if I don't, I'll take the hit in the NRD. But I still want the figure. So do I go over and just get it like bargain bin and something? There's one, how I intended on posing this was with the huge gun, with the t-shirt on. I was never going to pose it topless, but I like the option. With the t-shirt, the vest, the poncho. I did see 1 or 2 poses where the poncho was cleverly used and the gun was used and it hid the unsightly joints.
Absolutely,
so I think I'm probably just going to stick with it, and I'm going to pose it up. I'm going to find that one pose if I can find it to make it look good, and I'll leave it on the shelf for a few weeks. And if I walk by that and just go, no, then I'm gonna sell it. But I want to give it a chance because I really like the movie. Pardon?
I think you can go away with it with a poncho, with a big gun, with some pose. I think with a clever pose, he can look good. But you still have time, right? You still have time to watch some reviews and decide, because I don't
Like
see I don't.
in fairness, Joe, I actually watched the sideshow. What's it? Unsealed, revealed, or whatever. And I really like Terry Smith, and I think he's a really good poser. And he
Yeah,
instructed Guy
no doubt.
Klender how to pose this, and Terry knew what he was doing because he had the gun and he had the punch on the final pose. It's not like amazing because Terry's a better poser than Guy. I from what I've seen, but like he's still, it's kind of on the right track of what I would like to do. Yeah, this is not good. Even though I have it paid off, I'm still saying it. But I just want to find that sweet spot, hopefully, when I get it, because I like the movie. This figure should have been amazing because it lends itself so naturally to Toyetic. He's got a, bionicle arm and kind of one light up eye. He's got that kind of military haircut and all these huge guns and stuff. It should have been a home run, But yeah, it's not good.
I'm sorry to hear that, Shane. And no, but I think you're onto something that with the
It's
right
first world
pose, this
problem,
figure,
though.
yeah, no, it is. It is. Right?
First world
We're all
problem.
very privileged, but
Yeah, we
with
are.
the right pose, this could look really sweet on the shelf. So many Hot Toys, do, right? Like this Ray. Everyone was losing their mind about the Ray, but at the end of the day, having her on your shelf, she looks really sweet. So I haven't given up hope on it, but yeah, hopefully you can cancel and get them for a bit cheaper. That would be the ideal way to go. So some guy says, looks like Cable and Bucky have the same bodies. What's the deal with Hot Toys providing such an expensive product with bare minimum? I'm going to have us all speculate on this, but I will say, I think it's because they have too many releases. I think they're way in over their heads. And on certain things, they got to reuse parts or cut corners on certain releases that maybe don't have the higher production numbers, because they just have to get them out. They're so far behind. They're just like, let's get this out the door. Good enough. Let's go with it. That's kind of my speculation. Dean, where's your head out on that?
I think, especially now, just in the state of the world, I think people are just trying to do things as cheap as possible and make as much money as possible. And like you said, it's like they're on a schedule. They're just like, fuck it, like just get it out. Like, if we have to cut some corners or order, this one's a custom body, but use a not as great body as possible. Let's just do that. Let's just get these fucking things out. Yeah, it's super annoying because I feel like now with every release, like, I don't want to say we're like overly negative on collecting weekly, but it's like, bro, we complain about a lot of stuff and it's not like unwarranted.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Honestly, if you're going to spend top dollar on these things, then they should have top dollar production values. So anytime it falls short of that, I think it's totally fine to
Yeah.
let them hear about it, right? In a respectful way, like we say.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm not fucking posting shit posting on their walls or anything. It's just bringing
Posting on the
awareness.
walls, good God.
Yeah. Well, they're like,
Yeah, but the
Facebook
tone
walls.
was right. Like I watched the CW. I listened to today, and it's the tone in which it's delivered with. Like, you said it wasn't good. You gave constructive criticism, but it wasn't like toxic negative. It was just like, no, we got to call a
Malicious,
spade here.
yeah.
It was not good. Like, you know what I mean? It's like it wasn't uncomfortable to listen to. It was like, no, the boys are right.
I
Appreciate
appreciate
that.
While I cried on the way to work.
that. Oh, dude, that sucks, man.
Well, Dean said anyone who would order this is an idiot, but
Oh, I didn't know. Dare you.
I'm kidding. All right, Joao, what are your thoughts on why we're seeing some subpar production from Hot Toys recently, or kind of always?
I don't know. I don't know why, but this it reminds me of the Darth Maul from Clone Wars. He did have the problem with the body and that neck that looked skinny and looked really bad. But again, as I was talking with Shane, sometimes, and not often, but sometimes these blogger photos, they also screw up a bit and give us a different perspective of what the figure really is. I usually want to wait to see, for example, Mr. Collectibles or Just in Review, because they will pose it in some way that sometimes it can save a figure. Not save completely, because it's obvious that the body is too skinny. But it's like I said to Shane, I would wait a bit, because you don't have other option at this moment. You have the Toys Era one, the third party one that came some years ago, and you have the Hot Toys one. If you have a Deadpool in your collection, you want to have these to pose with him. Even if you have the Dust Deadpool that no one bought, you want to have cable to pose with him. But yeah, I mean, I still think this figure with a poncho, with a bigger gun on the right arm, with a side pose, I think it still can look good. But I'm not trying to save Hot Toys from anything. This is their fault, and especially in a figure that they delay so long time. Maybe this was the reason they were delaying, because they knew they screwed the figure. Maybe this was really ready a long time ago.
Yeah,
and,
or
and
maybe they were maybe they were trying to find a way to make it not look like this, and they just couldn't, so they said get it out.
because this is a proprietary body, with that arm and everything, it would cost them too much. Because sometimes someone was saying, someone was saying today that they should recall. Hot Toys will never recall this now. They already have everything out. It's all shipped out. And I don't know. I'm seeing this going down on price. But curiously, Deadpool went up on price here today.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, Deadpool went up. Deadpool was very low. Deadpool was around 180, 170, something like that. Now it's out. It go up.
And not the Dusty Deadpool, the actual standard Deadpool.
The Dusty Deadpool still in the sewer. At the,
I think I'm going to make the new Bargain Bins Bro logo, Dusty Deadpool, standing next to this pose right here. Because
no, but you see,
This is the worst one.
Yeah,
Because
no, I
see
think
his right pec.
Okay.
He's got that kind of like, it's like he's an 80-year-old man or something.
it's a tit. It is.
Like the dude is like jacked, but it just doesn't look right. Like
They should have never released this. There's so many better pictures. They released so many of them. This one should have been left on the cutting room floor.
I think sometimes if they want to save some orders, they should have a better QC in their blogger photos reviews. Because I would never let the photo like this go to public.
Yeah, exactly. It shouldn't have. Oh my gosh.
But again, let me tell you one thing. When the Harley Quinn, the Birds of Prey, the two figures, the blogger photos came out, even I was screaming, "Oh, those joints!" Because you can see the joints everywhere, the arms, the legs. But in the end, I got the two of them, and I love them. Because you can pose them without showing the joints. You just need to be smart. But the figures themselves, they look amazing. So that's why I don't want to judge the figure now. I want to see some in-end photos. The sideshow ones, I never go much with them. I want to see some collectors with this figure in ends, what they can do and what they cannot. And hopefully I will get him probably when you go down on price. Because
Okay,
I
what
don't
price?
because this one, I don't know. This doesn't deserve 150. But I don't think this will
Earmuff,
go.
Shane.
I don't think this will go lower than 180. This will stay around that. Because this figure has a problem. It's the long time the people waited for this that it's almost forgotten. It's a problem of this figure.
because it's kind of like I'd rather wait. Like let's say if a figure has like an 18-month lead time, I'd rather wait another 3 months or 6 months even if it was going to be a belter, a real like knock it out of the park. So when this is delayed, it's like oh man, this is going to be so good. Like, but it's just like that. Is that CW Flash that was delayed and delayed and delayed? It's just they don't
Mm.
prioritize it because this is not one of the big three. It's not Star Wars. It is Marvel, but it's not MCU, and it's not like DC. So it's
It
kind of like a
almost feels like
standalone.
it almost feels like a figure that they made begrudgingly. Like, okay, a third party company did it, so now we got to prove why ours is better. And then they didn't necessarily. Well, we haven't seen it in hand side by side yet.
Yeah,
So
but
hard to
you
say.
need to go some months ago and clip on CW. John said, when Hot Toys release the cable, they will blow out the third party out of the water. That will be worth less than I don't know, because he did say that. And in the end, and now we are waiting to see the Loki. Why they are delaying Loki for so long? Maybe Loki will come out with I don't know.
They want to
Yeah.
make it skinnier than this.
Famished version of Loki. No, but you're on to something. The more figures that end up delayed, those are the ones that you maybe should worry about if we're getting these.
Because
so, too.
today,
Big priorities.
today they already delayed the Batman and Robin for December, January.
Those are ones that I'm getting too. That makes me
And
scared.
like it's essential that they don't decrease the size of one of those, man.
Make everything skinny, but
yeah, but that bulge need to be the same.
that's right. Don't touch that. Okay, so Joao, you said 150. Was that where you landed on this?
No, 150 is a dream. One
Okay.
180 is 180 is the I think is where he will stay. I hope.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, it's a pretty expensive figure to begin with. So, okay,
Yeah.
Dean, where would you, at what price point would you add this one to the collection?
I do want a cable, so I definitely would buy this, but I guess honestly, bro, I don't even know. Like honestly, if I could just get the fucking Toys Era one for like $100, I'd be happy.
Yeah. Actually, let me check how is the Toys Era price while you guys
Because the
talk.
Toys
Yeah,
Era
let's
one
see.
got expensive for a while.
Yeah.
And I'd imagine there's probably enough people that think like I do that I don't see the Toys Era one getting too cheap anytime soon. But the Hot Toys one, yeah, like 120-ish maybe.
Okay.
Because like it sucks, right? Because he has a cybernetic arm, so you can't just do a simple body swap and be done with it. Like there's a whole fucking other half of the body that's not normal. So
Toys Era
Kinda
is around 175.
Oh, really? Okay. Okay. So
you're kind of
affordable still.
stuck with what you get. So it'd be really hard for me to like justify even like a 170, 180 for that cable.
Yeah. Honestly, though, I think once we get it in hand, leave the shirt on. There's
You could futz it really well.
he's not summer ready. The body's not summer ready, so leave that shirt on.
Hey, him and me both, brother.
Likewise.
Yeah, I've seen some pretty not great figures futzed so well that it's like, oh, maybe I do want that. So I guess it's really up to the collector,
Sometimes all it takes is one pose. You see a picture with one pose, and you're like, "Dang, I need to get that figure now." So yeah, I have faith that it's going to look pretty sweet in Shane's Detolfs once he gets that in hand, especially with the Deadpool. You don't seem convinced though, Shane.
I just need that one pose
There you go.
with the big gun. And look, the thing is, it'd be so much easier for me to just go, do the whole either just cancel and walk away, which is, I think, what I would normally do. But the second option is then cancel, get the NRD back. Pretty sure I can get it back because it's been delayed enough, and then pick it up cheaper, which is an option. Or the third one is just go, just let it come and see what happens, and just find that one pose where you just need one pose.
Yeah.
Holy
You know what I
moly.
mean? What's up?
No, there's other video on YouTube of this cable unboxing. It looks
Yeah?
even worse.
Oh no.
No.
One pose. That's it. Hold on.
No,
Hope to that one
it's
pose.
when he's rotating the head. Wait a minute.
Oh, I think there's actually one of the poses is good at the end. If this is the same one, yeah,
But
get the
this
clothes
pose
The
down
poncho looks
with
the
the
poncho looks
poncho,
awesome.
maybe yeah, it will look good.
because you can't see any of the figure
I was
there.
gonna say, if you completely cover the entire figure, you're totally
I
fine.
know. I want to show off the head sculpt. I don't think
Look
the
at
head.
that.
I think the head sculpt's soft, but it's not, I think that
Look at
could
this.
be.
This right here, I want it for alone. That's dope.
Yeah, you see that now, something like that. But I want to get rid of that elbow joint.
Don't subscribe. No one subscribe to your channel.
He
We
needs a better
already have
gun,
channel.
bro.
Oh, man. Let's
Motherfucker
If you guys want to check, this is the let me see, 6-scale Kawu, KAWU. You only have 20 subscribers, so hurry up.
KAW 6 scale. Is it SIX? Sixth scale?
Now, when you start with those questions,
Yeah.
6 with XTH
Okay.
Sixth.
scale, and then is the name of the guy, KAWU.
KAWU. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's from Hong Kong because they already have all the new Hot Toys unboxing there in his channel.
Go check out our friend over there. So I'm going to catch up on the chat really quick here. Jose Hernandez says, I reached out to Spec Fiction about the InArt Batman last week and have not heard back. Makes me fearful about how they will deal with QC. So he was asking them about how what will happen if something comes wrong. Is that the background? Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to assume so. So sorry, let's see. Danny Lee saying sometimes good, sometimes maybe shit. Yeah.
Sometimes maybe shit.
I just feel like the Hot Toys floor is not really shit. Like even the ones that don't come out to our expectations, yes, they're asking a really high price, but there's normally like a lot of redeeming qualities to even that cable. Like that one pose with the poncho and the big gun. To me, that like kind of sold me that like that could be a cool one to add. I never said my price, but I think 180 shipped, and I'd have to go get a Deadpool because I really enjoy Deadpool too. I think
And
like
they
we were saying,
match perfectly. The two figures posed together, they will look amazing.
it would look
You
so
have
good.
Deadpool,
Oh
right,
my
Shane?
God, Dean.
Yep,
Yeah, so makes all the sense.
he's a trainee
Makes
though,
all-
so
There you go.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
What was that,
you're
Dean?
muted,
Sorry,
Dean.
you're on mute.
I said I want that jersey, and mine's a custom one, so I don't have it.
that's a custom. It looks real.
Yeah,
it looks like
yeah, it's-
not custom.
It's the Deadpool 2 body with the Deadpool 1 boots, head sculpt, and hands, and the harnesses and stuff, and the swords. That's the Deadpool 1 swords. So only the body is Deadpool 2. Everything else came off of Deadpool 1.
And why did you put the Deadpool 2 head on it? Like, did you just like it better? Or
I bought this from Zach. I don't know why he did that.
Zach's a madman.
I don't know why he did it.
So there was suing involved there.
Probably.
I think he really wanted a Deadpool, obviously, but he didn't want the Deadpool 1 body had a lot of problems and the suit. So I think he just he got one that was parted out and then bought all the stuff from Deadpool 1. And then I was like, well, I want that Deadpool, so I bought it from him. You'd have to ask Zach. I don't know why he did it that way, but I think it's great.
Yeah, so just catching up on the chat here. So just wanted to address this one from some guy. Just one more thing. Being a relatively new collector, just want to say thank you to you guys, the OGs, for these live talks and reviews. It really helps our choices. I've got to say, I kind of fall into the camp of, although I am hardcore with this stuff, a relatively new collector too. So I enjoy having these conversations with folks that have been doing it way longer than I have, because that's the best way to learn.
Not to toot my own horn, which I love to do, but
Yeah,
when
you
I
do.
started collecting, this wasn't a thing. So I really enjoy being able to bring that content that I wish I had. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
Because-
Like you wish.
Yeah, it was basically just like toy reviews on YouTube. There wasn't really like live discussions and stuff like that. And so that's a cool comment to see, because that's one of the reasons why I personally keep doing it.
Not only on YouTube. I remember before even there was not all the figures on YouTube. There is a website. There is a guy that does the reviews on a website of the Hot Toys. That you go there and you read. He does the review, a written review like you would see before years ago. I don't know what's, but this is a very good website. You have a lot of Hot Toys review there since back in the day.
So wait, he actually writes it out, and then it's a video of
Yeah,
the
no video. It's a written review, like you
It's
are
like an
reading a magazine
editorial.
with photos, with everything. It's amazing. That
Oh
website
wow.
is amazing.
So okay, got it,
That's a
got it.
ton
Yeah,
of work.
yeah. Oh my gosh. I think that's the thing. Hot toys are just so confusing to navigate, kind of coming into it. Like you see a figure somewhere, and then you have no idea where to go for the information. It's like, okay, sideshow, Google will automatically connect you there. But then how do you see what's come before? Like, yeah, where I can get other choices. It really is incredibly confusing. So I love watching these streams as much as I do participating in them, honestly.
That's what I really liked about John's unboxings on Mondays. He would do like retro figures because maybe you want a hey pancake. Maybe you want like let's just say a Blade. Blade's an expensive figure, a very expensive figure, and it's like, well, I mean, I'm sure there's a bunch of reviews on it, right? But they came out 8-9 years ago. But John's doing them like, this is what it will look like if you buy it today.
Yeah,
What
absolutely.
like the condition of the leather and the materials. I really do enjoy that. That's super cool.
No, completely agree. That's such a fun little thing to participate
He
or
needs to
see.
get back at doing old retro unboxings.
Yeah.
To do statues.
Let's catch a few more of these questions from Dion. Johnny Silverhand, Hot Toys. Should we worry? We should have been worried about that figure from the beginning, much like the game. So, what do you think?
Oh,
Dean?
bro, they're doing my boy Keanu dirty, bro. That's a good question. Because that's been delayed, right? It should have already come out.
Yeah, I actually don't even know. Let me look up the timetable. But
Yeah, because it sucks for the 7 people that ordered it.
Wow. Bro, you just fucking murdered him.
Sorry.
Yeah, I can't.
Did any of you order it?
No.
No,
I don't know
that
anyone who
game-
ordered that, man.
That game came out so terribly that I was just like, I'm done. Like
I tried to play it, but I gave up.
yeah, even after they've like kind of like updated the game, over the past year or however long it's been, I didn't even bother with it. It's like, fuck y'all. Like this game was already like delayed like several years, and this is how you released it? No. Absolutely.
especially
not.
after all the praise that we heard. But yeah, I will say 285. So it's already pretty expensive, like the Cable. It's got a lot of the similar trademarks in terms of the jointed elbows, the robot arm. I think that we should probably expect them to apply the same production techniques, and the proto already looks similar to this. So yeah, I would be worried if you don't like this Cable. Joao and Shane, what do you think?
Nah.
No.
We didn't even plan that.
Simple as that.
No, I was busy. I sent you a link for you to open to show here for the people. I'm sure they will like the website because the guy does really good reviews and for older Hot Toys. And I was seeing that Mario knows him. He's Michael Crawford, exactly. He's the MWC Toys. Is his name, right? Did you see the link on Instagram?
Yeah,
Before
I do.
I'll-
So sorry, I'm pulling this up right here. So
Before
let
I
me-
was always going to this website to see Hot Toys reviews because he does a rating for the sculpt, for the outfit, for the posability. It's like you are reading a magazine with a toy review. Yeah, I think it's very interesting.
MWC. Okay, boom. Let's see. Oh yeah, this is intense. This is like was it Wizard back in the day, or what was the name of the most preeminent? Let's see. Boom. Captain Toy. Michael. Oh, no problem.
Michael's reviews of the week. You
Michael
see
review
there?
of the week.
They
Yeah.
published. You give the overall rating, and you take photos of the figures, and then he does introduction about the figure with everything. I think it's an old style review because these are reviews he made before, but he still does these reviews. He's a written review. I think it's nice. Oh, here King Dingaling saying I used to go to Michael Crawford's website in the early 2000s because he does reviews of NECA 7-inch. He does a lot of reviews of a lot of figures. I think it's a very useful website.
Yeah. Well, thank you for alerting us to this because I had no idea. I didn't even know this was a thing. But yeah, it looks awesome. Honestly, I will definitely bookmark this and check it out.
This is pre-YouTube era.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, that's really, really cool. Okay. Let me drop that link here in the chat too. Let's see if I can do that.
And
If
Mario
anyone's
is saying
interested.
there was a Hot Toys podcast way back, and Michael Crawford was part of it. I believe this was the first Hot Toys podcast. Interesting.
Really? So you know what we need then? We need Shane to track him down and to get him on Visions. Shane is pulling all
Exactly.
these people out of retirement.
Exactly. This is a very interest person for you to talk with. Really.
Yeah. So this is the MWC Toys review.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might shoot him an email or something, see what the story is. I reached out to the 6-scale economist, but no response.
Nothing yet. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hope
But,
he's well.
Yeah, someone else that I'd messaged a while back got back to me and said, yeah, no problem. That just my message went into the requests. So they just didn't see it and then was kind of saying, yeah, no problem. So we're working something out. But yeah, 6-scale economist. I'd love to have him on, but yeah, I think he's not doing the YouTube thing anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it. Maybe someday. But the fact that you got posing
Someday.
with Peter too, that's what a great guy as
Yeah.
well. I know I've
he's
been
class.
messaging with him for
Yeah.
so
Posing
long.
with
He's cool.
posing with Peter, I didn't watch. I listened, but I listened twice.
Oh yeah,
I listened twice. I think it was
thanks,
amazing.
Joe. I appreciate that. He's a really cool guy, and it's just his stuff is just class, like just gifted, like. But yeah, he's starting streams too.
Yeah, so it seems. So
Yeah,
it seems.
I'm looking forward to that. He's got a great perspective, and just I will say, I watched his video. Obviously, he took off of what Costa did with constructing your own,
Yeah, the video
logic
looks
case
amazing.
like thing, and he's so inspirational. He was just like, you don't know if you can do something unless you try. I was like, hey, he's just such a great guy. So,
But I know if I try to make that, if you see the final result, you would say you will not post that.
Yeah.
You will not post there a Marvel Legends.
you know what? Here's
It's
my
not
problem.
as easy as thing.
Yeah, no, definitely not. I'm like a perfectionist, but my skill level is so low. So it's just like this loop where I would just get so frustrated because it's not perfect, but I don't have the skill to make it perfect. So yeah, I think I do know that I don't have to try, but
Yeah, I think Costas and Peters, they actually just look like proper professional module cases. I know if I made it, it'd be like, can you believe I made this myself? And people would be like, yeah.
yeah, no
You know
shit.
what I mean?
It looks like
Yeah, we know he did. It's awful.
oh, yeah, that's well, I think Dean's lagging a little bit. We may end it there. I have a few other figures I wanted to talk about, but maybe we'll save it for a stream next week. I kind of wanted to, play the same game with how much would you pay to get this figure into your collection. But I think, Joao has to go to bed. So, and I've got to get back to work. So I think that was a perfect amount of streaming for today. Dean, why don't you tell us what's coming up on Collecting Weekly? And thank you for joining, by the way.
Oh yeah. Tonight we got After Dark. Are you going to be there?
If my fantasy football draft ends in time, I will
that's
hop
right.
on.
Yeah.
So I think it starts at 6:30. So hopefully I'll be able to make it on right afterwards.
Yeah, and then tomorrow we got OFAC should be recording, the lovely British correspondents across the pond. They have their show that's usually about 2 or 3 p.m. Our time. And then Friday we got Collectors Club. I don't think we're doing anything Saturday and Sunday because I'm out of town. So, but yeah, that's what I got for the
Cool.
rest of the week.
Heck yeah. Well, yeah. Thanks for joining, Dean. Always great to have you. Biggest Batman fan I know. So always
Always.
welcome on this channel. All right, Shane. What's coming up on yours? Obviously, you got to talk about some cable on your channel. I'm assuming.
Yeah, I just haven't got around to doing it yet. I might actually just right after the stream just do it and try to get it up, and then I've got more work to do. So yeah, I'm going to give my thoughts. And it's interesting because I think it's the only time I've had something on pre-order that just came out and looks like a stinker. Like so, yeah, I'll give my thoughts on that. And that's pretty much it. I've nothing else scheduled at all, so I need to start scheduling a few more visions and stuff
Wow.
like that.
Okay,
Like so,
but you're back to work
yeah,
now, right? So it's slowing down
yeah,
just a bit, or
back to work. So it's really busy. Like, but yeah, now that the content's still going to come out, I'm just going to try and have slots where, okay, this is my recording time, this is what I'm going to stream and stuff like that. Like, so that the channel isn't going anywhere anyway. And Dean, you have an open invite if you ever want to come on an episode of Visions. I'd love to have you on, and Zach and
Yeah,
John and stuff like that.
dude, just
Yeah, myself and
send
John
me.
are like polar opposites when it comes to reissue, so that could be interesting. But
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah,
just send me a
so
message, man.
just
I'm always
anytime.
down.
Cool, we'll do.
Awesome. Thank you, brother. And Joao, thank you for joining. Really, always appreciate your insights. What's coming up on your channel?
I actually am going to receive tomorrow or the day after the Spawn figure, the 1/6 scale.
That massive one.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I decided that I'm not going to review it on YouTube because once I review that, I will get a strike on the channel
Because Todd
within,
McFarlane's like
of course.
notoriously tough, right?
Yeah, and I already got the strike with the Soprano. I don't want a second strike now and I know that Todd will go after that in minutes. So I will probably just share some photos on Facebook and with some people because I will not I will not risk the review on YouTube. It's
Mm.
too risky figure uh, to put
Mm.
on YouTube.
Is there any update? Is there any
Sorry.
update on the? Is there any update on what's happening with the Rocco thing?
Yeah, that's the update. I did the appeal to YouTube, and now YouTube gave him 10 days to open a legal action against me. If he doesn't do anything, if he doesn't open a legal action against me, the video will be back up.
And the strike will be removed.
The strike will be removed, but
Good.
that's about it. Trimbleless is asking about the So Toys, the Bossman. I just know the So Toys is going to release this Saturday. The what's that guy from Suicide Squad that they are doing?
Oh gosh, what is the Idris Elba, right?
What's the
Okay,
name?
it'll come to me eventually.
Okay, but you guys know which one is this?
Bone Claw.
The second one
Bone
with Peacemaker,
Claw's
is it?
Not Peacemaker. It's the second one with Peacemaker, but I forgot the character name.
Bloodsport.
Bloodsport.
Bloodsport,
Yeah.
exactly.
Tremble does. Yeah.
It's going out this weekend, so I will have it to review maybe next week. But yeah, I need to go to sleep in 4 hours. I'm going live with Aries talking about Star Wars.
You're insane, man. You never sleep. And yeah, looking forward to that stream, though. So you guys are going to be talking about how the market's doing and basically which figures are rising and falling, or?
I'm not sure. I know Doc Smeasel will be there too.
Oh, nice.
But I'm afraid I'm not going to wake up. I really need to put an alarm because this is crazy.
Man. Well, appreciate you accommodating this time. And yeah, it's always a pleasure
No,
to stream with you boys.
Always Bargain Bin Bros. I will always be here. No problem.
That's right. Awesome.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you everyone on the chat for coming by. It was an amazing. Shane, I know
Yep.
you are going to do the cable video, and you are now you are not drinking beer now, right? It's September.
Pardon?
You are not drinking beer now. It's September.
Yeah. No, none in September and.
Oh, you're doing a
October.
dry September, huh?
September, October.
Yeah,
Yeah.
every year, it's just start of the school year. It's just so much easier to just do everything, like kind of plan stuff on the weekend and stuff like that, and just kind of a health thing, like September, October, and January. But most people don't drink in January anyway.
I like it.
You
I
know,
feel like
so,
I'd have to
yeah.
to drink to deal with some kids, but you know what? You're a better man than all of us. So.
No, but actually makes sense for me. It's almost the same. I hate to drink in the winter. I just don't have the feeling. I don't drink much. I'm the guy that you don't want to drink with. I'm
Oh, man,
boring.
come on. A little scotch in the winter will just warm you right up.
I don't drink Scotch.
That's true. True.
We only
Nice,
drink vodka in Russia.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I should have suspected.
Yeah.
So I will say what's coming up. Check out LWO this Friday. So I won't be on again. I'm traveling one last weekend, but it should be on my channel next week. But it's on P-Rocks this week. So yeah, look for that Friday night. I believe it will be 10 o'clock Eastern time. And then also catch me on Collecting Weekly pretty much every Tuesday. Should be on After Dark tonight. And then we should be dropping another episode of the She Said No podcast here very soon. So, yeah, thank you. Shout out to the chat. Thank you for everyone that joined. And we will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.